start the race. After a week of postpone, I need to check out if it works. If you see this one, and I think you see this one, then welcome to the Russian Grand Prix in ERO Formula 1 division. Postponed by 1 week, because Codemasters cannot accept that there are better races than virtual Grand Prix, but here we are, with the race for the Russian Grand Prix. If you're on the chat, please tell me if everything works, because it's highly needed currently at this moment. As you can see, some of the drivers are on the outlaps already, and I will turn on everything so you can see the telemetry, you can see lap data and minimap. So I will currently go to the Virtual Racing Federation's account and set up everything. You may say hello on the chat or something, because I see everything good. I just having heart attacks after what happened in ERO F2 and F3. Not F2 but F3. We had constant crashes of champ, then it's too much to say. Here's waiting and welcome to the Russian Grand Prix in European Racing Organization Formula 1 division. We are already, most of the drivers are already starting their outlaps. Hello everyone on the chat, please write some messages or something, I will read them very soon. The Russian Grand Prix, I will say a word while editing the thing. I will just check it out to Jasper's first to make a hot lap. So what's the thing? Russian Grand Prix probably gives us the best races in ERO F1 division. We remember season 1 with changeable conditions, where Jeroen won the track, but his brother Nuluzer had less penalties, and this is why he won. In season 2 we had Giga and Zex, plausible sensationally winning Jody, who won on the track but got a lot of penalties. What are we going to see in this season 3? I don't know what to say about that. Let me finish description and then we will go with the yeah. We'll go with the event. Just give me a second, because I need to clear out something. Okay, we have everyone on the broadcast joining slowly. I know there are better races, and it's called European Racing Organization. I know there are another races called Virtual Grand Prix, but who cares about Virtual Grand Prix? Here is ERO, here is better racing. So I'm not even listening to any questions like Virtual Grand Prix is better. Only ERO. Do we understand each other? I hope. I will just edit the description and then we will go with the serious commentary. Race 12, we have, this is 7th race from the final one, so we have 6 races to go. Currently Maxwell has the fastest lap of the qualifying session, it's 1:31.2, and then we have Alan with 1:31.0, so I think 1:31 barrier will be surely broken, especially if we have Javier, who is finally back to racing, and he has 1:31.1, so very nice return to our F1 division after a few weeks of absence. Now also we have Luke, 1:31.3, for finally in the full squad. Only one Mercedes of Ginger is missing, but he reported it. So this is why we don't have full squad, only 19 drivers. I'll check out the chat. If there's something, no, say hello or something and leave a like button here. Gnienko has already invalidated lap time. What about Mercedes driver who is Dex? As he about to cross the line, last corner of the circuit, 10 people on the broadcast. Hello everyone, Dex goes 7th with 1:31.7. About the Russian track, just a little thing. Someone is just sending me invitation for a party. Come on. People say this is... Come on, Jeroen! Finally, fan club of Jeroen. Hello! Jern currently has no lap time, but you can watch him. He's coming to the sector 3. guy that has invalidated lap time access seems to also have problems with it. Okay, he went 8th with 131.9. We're very close to break the 131 barrier. Jeroen crosses the line and invalidated lap time on the last corner of the circuit, so really unfortunate. I say enters the pit, same as his teammate and brother once. Drunkers have the slowest lap time currently, 133.5, losing almost a second to Jesper. We have less than 12 minutes of the qualifying session to go. And just one thing about advertising, you can advertise this broadcast everywhere to make more people watch it. I'm especially waiting for a final because I can read you the standings currently. So just give me a second to watch them. Currently Maxer is leading, having 162 points, and on the second place we have Plausible with 138. Then there is Bjorn with 131, Oliver 124 and Luke with 114. The other driver who might join the title battle is Axel with 87 points, but he needs to score more podiums than 3 third places. We have Fun Cup of Jeroen. What about his brother Nurloser? Wow. Just wonder when Jeroen has done the advertisement. He has invented lap time and he will probably come to the garage. And I will tell you one thing about the tires in this Russian Grand Prix. They are wearing very slowly. For example, in F2 race, I had 60% of tire wear on soft, but they lasted 15 laps, while in Singapore you have to pit after 5. So basically you can even finish the whole race on hard tires pitting in lap 1. Maybe even on mediums, but I don't think so. You'll surely get the 20 laps, but I don't think the whole race they will last. But still it shows us the tire wear in Russia is very low, even if you drive like in Goli, so aggressively trying to hit every curb, cut the inside, and about the cutting corners. This is the only track where it's very easy to get a penalty or invalid lap time, same as Nurloser got now at the last corner of the circuit. Most of the drivers are in other outlaps, only Ice, Jero and Jeroen both are in the pits. The rest is on outlap, a few of them are on in-laps like Nurloser, and Yura is pushing on his hot lap. What about Jesper? Jesper is... okay, I thought this is sector 3. Everywhere we have the same architecture. Asphalt, more asphalt, and curbs, and barriers. And I don't know who is Jost, but he has to leave the lobby if he's not an engineer. There's a broadcast, come on. And in your lap times, no. I will just show you easy win. I don't think so. Currently Jeroen is P14 and he will have to go through all of the grids actually. Let's check out what kind of lap time will Yura make. What about Nizo? He's on sector 1. Nevko is starting 2. Yura crosses the line, no invalidated lap time, and he finishes P12 with 132.2. Guy at sector 1, Nurloser enters the pits. Nevko is on the hot lap, not like Nizo. But I can see McLaren, it's Axel on the hot lap. What about, there's a Haas of Ferrari on the sector 3. So he's the first to follow. And Ferrari makes the fastest top of the quali currently. It's 130.8. Plasmal made 130.9. And look, improves even this lap time. He makes the pole position currently. It's 130.7. And also I can see Maxer join this party because he has 130 12.9. Bjorn, he seems to start his lap, yes. Housen makes P8. Anyone on the ending the lap? Not Drankenstein. Not here. What about the guide? He's finishing. Same as Gniewko. We'll go first with the Italian. And he... Again we have corner cut on the last corner. Gniewko goes 10th with 131.9. Okay, we have 2 people joining this lobby. I hope that both are spectating and I have no problems. I need literally a second to write something on the ERO F1 chat. Okay, so I get also a signal that Anvor made the invitations. Axe is finishing his lap. He made 131.7 into 10th. Okay. So we have some issues with people joining the lobby again. Jeroen goes 8th with 131.4, so the fans of him should be pretty happy because Jeroen isn't at his best form this season. He only scored 12 points in 2 races he scored. He was 8th in Britain and 6th in Germany. Okay, Jeroen is safe. What about the pole sitters? It's if someone will let them race, it's automatically a community warning. I will say this one. By the way, after this race, I'm also running another one. Another broadcast about every problem in ERO because the last few weeks were tragical. They were disaster, except the Italian Grand Prix in ERO F1. And I need to discuss it and I need to say a word. Sector 2 yellow flags and Patrick is out on this corner where we have Jasper. So I guess... Oh, Patrick was ghosting, so... No problems for Jasper, even though he has to leave the track and he gets invited at lap time. And again, the loser this time has problems, but fortunately for him, he's saved from that. About the... Why I cannot do a thing about that? Okay. So, Jeroen enters the pits, and I don't know why I can't switch to someone else. Okay, Andrew's on the outlap, same as Ferrari. And Javier is on the hot lap. Now Javier is finishing, he's crossing the last corner, no invalidated lap time, and he goes 4th with 130.8. We didn't expect him having so high form today. So currently, what I can say about Javier, only 2 points throughout the season. Now we can see he's fighting for the points at least. We usually have problems with those 2 drivers. Loser has problems, cuts every corner, just entered the pit, and same as Ferrari to make another lap time. Alvar is on his hot lap. Javier retires from the session, and it was retirement of the track. Let me just leave you with Anivor. I need to solve out something. And I have problems with telling them the thing. Okay, I think it's done. Anivor is crossing the line very soon because he's on sector 3. It's less than 2 minutes to the end of the qualifying session. As he goes to the last chicanes. And it's last corner. Well, I'm too distracted because of the problems with these two guys joined the lobby. Anivor. Okay, Jost has left, so now only Jordan. Anivor makes the fastest lap of the qualifying session. Ferrari tires. Max was on his hot lap, so this is last chance for him to make it, to beat Anivor. I saw someone improving, but I couldn't spot. What about Hausman? Drunkard's tires for the session. Hausman is on the sector 3 incoming. And there's a Renault ahead. It's probably Guyet. Yes, I was right. Isa is on way ahead. But he has a lot of traffic ahead of him. Anivor retires. What about Guyet? He's on the last two corners of this track. And he crosses the line to make P16 only. Pretty poor result made by Italian, who is known for scoring small points average. Max beats now Anivor for the pole position. What about Isai? He's starting now. Plazable retires. There's also Luke fighting. So currently Max gets that one additional point for pole position. Nuruser retires. Same as probably Hausman will do. Dux is on the end of this hot lap. Nuruser retires from the track, probably ruining Duke's dreams about better place in this session. And he nearly touched the wall. Okay, both of them left the lobby, so I have no problems. Also, you're making a spin at the very end of the quality. Ice retires. What about Dex? Can he make a better place? He's doing it, beating only Hausman. What about Axe? He's going very slowly. I guess at the end. Gniewko goes 15th. What about Luke? He's on the sector. He's on the second DRS. Now there is Luke on the sector 3. We know these chicanes are very hard to not spin there. Every time you can do a barrel roll and not finish the race, or maybe touch the wall, get a wing damage or something, or lose a lot of time at least. Luke now crosses the line. Is it going to be a pole position? He doesn't make it. Only by 45,000 of a second he's behind Anivor. Then we have Max from the P1, but still they both are in danger because there is Bjorn on the last corner of this qualifying session. Gajetek still goes. What about Bjorn? He improves his lap time, but it's not enough to even beat his teammate Plazamo. Axe makes the 10th place, and I think it's the end of the qualifying session, as Hausman and Gajet are both not even pushing for the hot lap. So the worst lap time was made by Nuruser. It's 1:37.7. Now we are hoping for no carnage only. Yeah, that was a great one. I'm just reading the chat. Max retires just to make information, just to make everything clear, and just waiting for Jeroen to enter the pit at the final. Yes, we are ending the quali. Please speak English in the chat because I don't understand Dutch. I understand only German, except of Polish and English, and German is only by a bit. Maxro gets the point for the pole position. Then we have Allenwood, then we have Luke, then we have Ferrari, we have here Plattenpool, Bjorn, Jeroen, Dex, Axe, Hausman, Patrick, Jankenstein, Gniewko, Jesper, Jure, Gaet, Nuruzer, and Nizo. The P20 would be Ginger, but he cannot race today. We are just waiting a bit then. Just 10 seconds. I just made the rice with kebab and tomato sauce to watch. What nice stuff! Nice stuff, by the way. But I would prefer some spaghetti for watching the race, or popcorn at least. Just eating a candy half an hour before to have better energy and not fall asleep in the lap 1. Okay. 19 drivers on the grid, no Ginger only. But he noticed that, but he notified us about that. Ginger is currently on the P9 in the standings, and I think he's not in danger because Gniewko would have to get at least a second place, but I doubt if he will make it again like he has done it in Italy, where he achieved P3 after penalty removal for Plattenpool. And I say will not get the 9th place because he is losing in too many points. He has 24 while Ginger has 52. By the way, Ginger he's done only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races in ERO F1 and he's 10th with 52 points, so very solid result. We are on formation lap, very nice sunny weather like in every other race. So in F3 we had very clean, not sunny but cloudy race. Alvarez was trying to overtake Max on the formation lap, but in F3 we had not rain but cloudy weather. In F2 we had sunny, and this time we also have beautiful sun coming out of the sky. And Max from pole position. This is pretty boring, come on. Is anyone counting how many pole positions has he done during this season? Because I don't. It's too much. Maxro is the F2 champion, by the way, so he showed us he has some skill. And he's even showing more skill in F1 because he's fighting for the title. He's even leading the standings. He almost also won a race in Russia, the race of legends, but he went for softs at the end to make the fastest lap, and he lost it on one of the last laps, so he finished second. Lost to Plattenpool because he didn't lose any traction. He hasn't done any spin. We're in sector 3, so I guess we are very close to start, but I don't know why we have this kind of camera from Maxro. Wishlist for Codemasters in F1 2020. A possibility to set different cameras from the car, from the broad, from the ones like that, maybe something like over the driver, behind driver. There are so many things to think about it. Andor goes as a ghost as Maxro, and we are about to start. Remember to smash like, because if you will not do it, we will have a carnage and at least 5 drivers will go out after this race. And we remember what happened in Italy at the restarts, so I would prefer the slow one. Just a few seconds before it, Eyesight with Nuruzer both joining the line, and we are about to start. The drivers are booting up their engines, and this is Maxro, Allenvoort, Luke, Ferrari, or Javier. Who is going to be the first after turn 1? It's night out, and away we go. I know there is a problem with Axe, and we go, because Maxro goes first, and we have then Allenvoort, then we have going wheel to wheel Ferrari with Luke. There's a massive carnage, and Gniewko is already out, I told you. I doubt about it. And there's already virtual safety car, but fortunately only one driver is out and one has wing damage. Axe probably suffered a lot of problems because he is last now, even behind Patrick with damaged front wing. I guess this is going to be reported by someone. Drunkenstein is dropping to 17th, so he also suffers because he got 5-second time penalty for several collision with ERO, but something had to happen at the back. Fortunately, it wasn't as major as it was initially. Because in that case, I don't want to think what would go out. We have restarted the race, so it is restart after virtual safety car. Alvor managed to overtake Max through, but before the VSC and goes first. Then we have the Frenchman. Then we have Dutchman, who is Luke Ferrari, who has a chance to score first point this season. He's 4th, so I hope he will stay at least at this position. But he's trying to fight Luke. He's way too far to make a move on this turn 13, which is mostly known about Bottas sitting by Hamilton in 2018. First is going Alvor. Then we have Max through Luke Ferrari once again. The top 5 is collected by Plazable. German with a pretty decent race, keeping 7th, same as Javier on 6. The top 10 is ended by Jesper. And Axe is suffering some problems. He's going P19, as you can see. He's going last, not last now, but he's not counted as a winner currently. Okay, everything has come well now. What about the lap 2? We are going to have a clean race right now, I guess. Even though I see fighting wheel to wheel with Plazable, it's Ferrari overtaken by the Dutchman for the 5th place. Also, wow, there's a spin for Ferrari. And again he has problems and he has to wait for everyone to go before he will return the track. Come on, you can go now. Minor ring damage, I guess, kinda yellow one. We have yellow flag to sector 1, but I think there will be safety car surely this race, so I wouldn't give up in his place. But he has to pit right now on this lap. And Ferrari tires again. This happened again and I don't understand. One contact at heel lift. I told 5 seconds before, safety car is about to happen. Come on. Once again. Hello everyone. Once again. And also, okay, he left the session. Come on. He shouldn't have left like that and retire from the race, because there is still a chance to make something. Allenver is going first. Don't let the table make you wrong, because Allenver is leading the race. You can see where is Axe. He's crossing the line and starting lap 3 right now on the minimap. He's entering the first DRS zone. So we'll probably experience some issues. I see there is someone fighting wheel to wheel. It's Houseman and Dura for the 10th place. And also Guyet tries to look for the space, and he probably gets it because he's going wheel to wheel with Houseman, and he makes the move for the 11th place. But still there is a thing about a lot of penalties going on in this Grand Prix, because this is Russia, where it's very easy to cut the corner and get the warning, and then 3 warnings equals 3-second time penalty. Alan Moore against Max probably for the victory of the race. The most dependent thing will be penalties. Guyet also overtakes Ure for the 10th. They made contact, but still the Italian made another place up. What about the tires? Because we haven't checked that. Most of the drivers are on softs, only Nizzo, Ure and Jesper on medium tires. Again, Axe. Like, come on. And Alvar is always losing 55,000 of a second to him. But how? Björn was very close to Jero and he tried to overtake. Also, there is a fight between 3 drivers and it's going to be Jure the winner of it. Maybe Guy, because he has the most inside line. They are going almost free wide on the turn 3. Guy pushes Nuruzer a bit and they go free wide, and also Nunes somehow overtakes Guyot. They still go wheel to wheel. Euro escapes from it. He's 10th currently, and Guyot makes the move inside line and taking the 11th. So the fight for the 10th place is going to be very interesting because we have 5 drivers going for it. So Guyot also has DRS, and Euro is the kind of loser of it because Guyot now can catch him and make another move. And he's doing it. He's much faster on the straight. They're going wheel to wheel. He goes the outside line and gets the 10th, not at all, because Euro is still fighting Guyot to make a spin, same as loser. They are stuck. So I overtake both. We have yellow flag in sector 3. So there was a major contact between them and they made a spin. Also, Axel is going once again on the first place, even though he spun. I don't know where. It's sector 2 before the longest, before the DRS 2 straight. Also, Bjorn overtakes Jeroen for the 7th. There was contact between them. Jeroen is out of the track, but still Bjorn makes the 7th. I don't know why the game is giving us so weird cameras. I'm liking the dudes. Max was keeping himself half of a second behind Max Rowe. Alan actually. Sorry for the little mistake. Jasper gets 3-second time penalty, and I think it's the first one this race. 11 people watching this broadcast. It's a pretty nice result. And okay, we have so many people joining the lobby while there is lap 5. Everything came back to normal once again. Axe has minus fuel, by the way, and we have okay, Luke is overtaken by Plazamo for the 3rd. We're going to have a battle between those 4, I guess, till the end of the race, and pit stops will be the most important one. And Luke even enters the pits now. Does he have wing damage? I don't know. But let's check it out. Max has DRS on Alvor. Maybe this is the time where he pushes a bit and goes for the move. It's still way too far, but he will not make it. Luke didn't have had his front wing changed in this pit stop, so, and he's still living on the P15. Not, I guess it would be P15. However, this is around 3 seconds to the top 3. This is top 3 because Luke entered the pits very soon. Maybe he's going on hards. I didn't check this. He's going on mediums. Maybe he will survive. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't make it, please don't make it, because I want to commentate this race normally. What about battle for the 10th between Hausman and Thurer, because they both escaped from Drunkenstein Ice. Also, Guyot entered the pits after the spin with Loser, but Loser didn't pit, and he's still going. Probably he has no wing damage. Hausman has DRS on Euro, and he easily makes it for the ninth. I think there is no battle here. Very easy DRS move. But we are heading once again for the battle for the first place. We have Oliver, we have then Max, and there is Plausible losing only 3 tenths. So this is a chance for the Dutchman, for both of the Dutchmen to overtake Maxer, not only Oliver. What about Maxer? He has a chance to overtake Oliver, that's all. But Maxer is still far away from making it. He needs to make himself faster if he wants to finish the race ahead of the Racing Point driver. Same as Jeroen on Bjorn. And Dirks also joined this battle, because as you can see, he's watching Jeroen's gearbox. He's only half of a second behind. So he has 2 possibilities: or to watch the party or joining it. And Jeroen doesn't try to make a move. Why you... if you could explain why, not only because you got a spin. Whether I'm running the additional broadcast after the race, so I hope as many people as possible will watch it, especially when it's the official F1 stream ending. Oh man, I know there's so many bad luck in this race, but come on, one minor damage and you immediately retire. Like, this ain't that normal. Yeah, I know in races you have a spin, but you can report a driver, and I'm sure there will be safety car this race because there's very easy to spin in this track, and there will be many incidents. Also, Javier's in the pits. And we have also Bjorn and Jeroen fighting this time for the 5th. Jeroen goes wheel to wheel inside the turn 2. There was a little contact, but nothing major happened. And Jeroen can still go wheel to with his outside line, which is faster, but it's easier to spin. But he still keeps himself behind Bjorn. And this, oh, there's a contact between him and Dex. And Dex fortunately doesn't go to the wall. I guess this is minor damage for Jeroen. Axel is making another spin. This is very unfortunate race for him. Also, he has a desync. His car is spun. I don't know what's going on. He's overtaken by Jesper now. I don't understand it at all. Luke was very close to crash into him. I don't understand this thing. It's probably suffers a lot of problems now. Also, Dux fights Bjorn. Like, gets a physical time penalty. And he's on the 14th. Okay. I don't understand. Dex overtakes Bjorn because Bjorn enters the pit same as Jeroen. Maestro was looking for some space there, but he doesn't overtake R12. Also, trying to get the 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's lap 9 and we have so many penalties. Maxer is still losing around 4 tenths, 5 tenths to R12. Same is plausible to him. Okay, Axel, could you repair your internet, because you're currently P13, not P1, not P2, not P4. Junkenstein is leaving the pits. I guess. Also, Frisk type at format warnings for Jeroen, the not winner of the Russian Grand Prix S1, because he got more penalties for cutting corners. Drakenstein left the pits just behind Patrick, so there's going to be a fight for the 15th. Hausen overtakes Axe for the P13. Axe is spun again, and I don't know if it's his AI or something. Yes, this is his AI. I guess something is happening with him. What about Luke? He's fighting with Isai for the 7th. Isai hasn't pitted yet, as you can see. Same as the rest of the top 7, and Nuruzer and Axe. Also, Dex somehow goes first because everyone else has pitted. So at least for a moment, Dex will lead the race. And if there was something made, like if the points were counted by every lap, then we would have Dex getting 25 points at least once. Pretty possible. Luke overtook Nizo for the 5th. Jesper, by the way, goes 3rd, and Ure 4th. But it's all about the pit stop. No one cut it. No one under a spin by Luke, but somehow he comes back on track. there was a little spin made by him. At the contact with Isa, I guess. So many lags has Axa today. What about the guy Ed? He is around 4 seconds behind and he will catch Axe's AI very soon. Maxer is closing because he is only losing 0.2 of a second. In his place, I would push now at all. He has the RS, but same as Alan because they are both behind Isai. Also, we can see Ferrari going wheel to wheel, and Javier goes first, and from the Ferrari teammate, ahead of Luke, the champion of the season 2. Also, oh, there was contact between Plazable and Maxro. We have lap 11 now, and I don't know why Axe is still leading. You see, he's in the pits. Like, come on. Dux is leading the race. Alvar overtakes Diesel, same as Maxro made contact with him. And he spins into Isa, and this is probably both drivers out. Yes, we have virtual safety car. I don't know who's at fault that is into that. Maybe both. But I think it's mainly Maxwell's fault. I need to get the onboard from both drivers. Massive clash between those two. Yeah, this game is weird. So we have virtual safety car. Nothing changes. Dex is longer at the lead than he thought he would be. Luke is somehow faster than Javier. And I guess we are closing. Yes, because the drivers are using the full throttle. I think it ends very soon. DRS enabled. There we go. You're still keeping the third, but Alvar is closing. Only Alvar and Plazable are probably fighting for the victory today. Maybe Javier and Luke. What about the pit stops? Only top 3 hasn't make it. Dex visits the pits now. And Jesper keeps being first. Is now first. What about Yuri? He's second. Then we have Alvar. There was a massive crash between Renault and McLaren, and they are going probably to argue on the chat. But what about Dunsburg? He's closing to Allen, but it's still way too far. This is kind of Dutch derby because they are not known for being friends in this league, and they are also rivals for the title. Same as Bjorn and Luke can join it. Especially if Max is retired, they all can make the difference lower, as Plazable would have only win the race to overtake Maxter by 1 point. So what about the driver? What about swap at the title battle? Junkenstein is spun. He joins the track behind Nurluzer. What about Daxa? Where he is? His AI... Okay, he's last. Plazable's now faster than Allen. Who's going to come out as a winner of this battle? It's going to be Plazable after this DRS zone. Making the 3rd place now, because also we have Uri on medium, same as Jesper. Jesper leads ahead of Uri by 5 seconds with Plazable, Alvor, Javier and Luke. So after top 2 pit stops, we are going to see Javier on the podium. But it's still lap 13. Plazable makes the fastest lap. Both drivers having DRS. Now Plazable is going to be much faster than Ure. And he makes a move on the 2nd. Ure goes 3rd. And Alvar is now about to overtake very soon his countryman in Toro Rosso. He uses overtake mode. He needs to overtake Ure as soon as possible if he wants to fight for the victory. German 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and as I remember, it's the second one. ERO is kind of waving. I'm watching it. There was minor contact. I will decide to keep behind ERO. Maybe in the next DRS zone he will attack. It has to be done if he wants to win this race. He's pushing a lot. He's using full throttle, he uses hot lap mode, he uses DRS, probably also rich mix. But this time, ERO is losing this battle. Allenvor goes for the 4th place. Or actually 3rd, because we have another time lapse with Axe. He's last. Overtaking Drunkenstein, who visited the pits. So yeah, Flammable is now 3 seconds behind Jesper. Allenvor only lost with this battle with ERO. Flammable makes another fastest lap, 1/10 faster than the previous one. So he can finally win the race. He was winner once in ERO F1 race. It was also Russia, but in season 2, while he was as a reserve in Ferrari. His teammate Gabeflis finished 2nd, but after the penalty he got, he finished 5th. Gabeflis is not racing now, but maybe he will join back on the season 4. Maybe I should ask him. Okay. Also, ERO lets Javier by. He didn't even try to fight. What about Jeroen? He's close to Bjorn, but Bjorn has much less penalties than the Alpha driver. And it's just when Jesper is about to pit. I guess he's going to do it this and or next lap. This I think there is no better time. Maybe later even. So what I can say about the soft tires in this track, they are very easy to drive with. I love racing with the soft tires here and mediums, because car is easy to drive. Okay, we have plausible less than a second to Jesper, so we can see the difference between fresh tires, which are 5 laps old, and 14 laps old medium tires. Patrick is going the lap 12 with his soft. Plausible overtakes Jesper for the lead. Very easy move on the DRS. And also Luke is still behind ERO, but I think that Ferrari driver is about to overtake the Toro Rosso, who's the only hope for points today. I'm messing up. Come on, for the Toro Rosso. Very easy to say, very easy to pronounce, very hard to say. Come on. Journalist is the second to be on, but it keeps being from a lot of time. What about Jesper? Is he going to be overtaken by Alan, or is he going to pit? Jesper was title contender in season 2 and season 1 too. In both he finished 3rd. But today, in this season, he's only a sole driver. By the way, look, very about to overtake. ERO almost had to slow down a bit, but makes it for the 6th or not. He makes it very easily. What about Jesper? He's solid driver only this season. 58 points, making 8th place this season. Well, I think he will overtake Jody. He's currently F3 driver. ERO will have DRS, but I think he will not overtake Luke in this race. Again, maybe Jeroen will make it, because it's lap 16 and I think it's time to overtake. What about their tires? Both have 7 laps old, so I think they are hoping for a safety car. Oh, there was waving by Bjorn. Still Jeroen tries to make a move down the inside. Bjorn gets out as a winner. I don't know. Okay, Access AI is spun once again. so I'm used to that. Also, okay, so this thing happened with Axe. I don't know what's going on, but his internet suffers a lot of issues. Probably something called the synchronization makes it. Also, Anvor overtakes Jesper. He can say finally. Now he has open way to catch Plasm Ball. Who's going for the lead and probably for the victory, unless he will get a penalty. Anything going to be close? I guess not. We can check it out as soon as possible. So inspirational. Okay, 2 warnings for Plazen, and Anvor got only 1 warning, so this is going to be very hard to predict who's going to win this race. Jesper enters the pits, so I guess he will leave them behind Bjorn, surely. I don't think even ahead of Dukes or Houseman, but at least he will have fresh softs. And he will probably make the fastest lap, and he will probably go for the point more than 1. Jesper leaves the pits, and I was right, he will go out as P11. Here he goes. Also, Jaron overtakes Bjorn for the 6, also getting his second time penalty. He's going to lose a lot on it. And is Axe about to score points today? I don't think so, because I don't know his pace, to be honest. Bjorn goes out of the track. So he keeps being on the P7 axis. AI is spun, but as you can see, he got no damage from that. So pretty easy to say it's all about his issue, and he races normally in his camera. By the way, this race is very weird for him, because we don't know even where he goes, what is his position. Anvor's 2 seconds Patrick gets 3 second time penalty. Anvor goes second with 2 seconds of loss. And I doubt if he'll catch Plasm Ball very soon, maybe at the last laps, but I'm not sure about that. He sees the red ball from his camera. Drew enters the pit, so he'll probably go out. Yes, he will go out behind Jesper. Maybe ahead of no loser, maybe. Jesper has now a chance to make the fastest lap of the race and at least have that 1 point guaranteed if he will finish at least 90% of the race distance. Plasm Ball also, again losing to Axe. Axe seems to be 12th, but I don't know what's going on. This race is mainly known as Axe's issue with the internet and the synchronization. About Jeroen and Bjorn, it's still fighting for the P5, or actually more better to say just traveling each other around half of a second between them. So there's nothing to follow now, to be honest. Maybe Alanvor trying to get a Plasm Ball, but he seems to lose more. He seems to lose because he was 2.1, he's now 2.3 losing, and Javier is losing 2.3. So the battle for the podium is very open now. Also, Luke might join it if there will be a lot of penalties. 30 people watching this broadcast, very nice attendance, welcome everyone. Jeroen has DRS, but Bjorn has overtake ERS mode. Jesper, I was right, he's making the fastest lap of the race, but I think Jura is about to fight for it. Not in this lap, but the next one. So I guess this will be pretty easy for Jesper to catch Houseman and Dukes, because he is naturally on the soft tires. So if there's nothing happening on the track now, I can remind you about the best actions in ERO F3, or actually the one, which was Sapphire Simos incident of the Williams and Red Bull. As Sapphire was trying to go with Simo at this corner, he made the move. Now going to the next one is Luke. Then he made a spin, touched the Simos. Jeroen is getting closer and closer to Bjorn. Maybe we'll see a move on the Red Bull driver. Lap 20 is now. And Jeroen will not go for the 6th, even though Bjorn made this very slow exit from the corner, and Jeroen makes the 6th place. Bjorn gets the fastest lap of the race, so there is 1 point for him now. Bjorn is now going down the inside and making the 6th, but it's not ended. They are going wheel to wheel. Maybe there was a contact, and Jeroen in the final gets ahead of Bjorn. Very nice battle, very nice move. Oh! Jeroen's out of the track. Bjorn gets ahead once again. This is going to be a very hard battle for the 6th place, even though Jeroen has a lot of penalties, and Bjorn doesn't even have to focus at this battle just to keep his pace. R12 is 3 seconds behind Plazable. Plazable is about to win the first race this season. He had only 3 possibilities of the position finish at this season. The one was going second. The second one was going to be 4th or 5th. That's all he could do. Now maybe there is a time for the victory. Jeroen now is once again behind, and they're fighting for the 5th, not 6th, because we had again lag with Axe. Is Axe living in North Korea? I don't think so. Jeroen is faster on this DRS zone, but it's still way too far. No, even he tries it to make a move down the inside. Once again, he's behind Bjorn, and the X is slowly joining it, because as you can see, he's losing less than 2 seconds. On the road, Jesper, he's faster than Half, and as you can see, he's losing only 1.5. But we'll continue watching it, because R12 is losing 3.5 of a second. Javier is losing 2.5, Luke is losing 7.3. So I guess the death front is very sad right now. I mean, not the sad like the feeling, but everything is well made, everything is made, everything is clear. The last thing they would do is to bottle it. Jesper gets the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As and he's still getting closer and closer to Hausman. Less than a second now. We're in the sector 3 currently. And as you can see, okay. Dux is losing 1 and 2 of a second. 1 and 1 I see. No, 1 and 4. So I think he will also join this battle for the position number 5. We're going to be the best for him this season in ERO F1. Even though he raced only 3 times, I guess. Okay, there's a fight between Bjorn. Jeroen is much faster on this straight. Let's watch out for it from Duke's perspective. Also, Bjorn gets ahead, but Jeroen makes the move around the outside before the turn 3. And he goes 5th once again. But Bjorn will try to make a revenge. He makes the move outside line. They're going wheel to wheel once again at this lap and at this little straight. Jeroen gets the inside line. I think there was contact. And Bjorn gets away with keeping the 5th place. And Duke's also overtook Jeroen for 6 now. We discount Axe because he suffered a problem. He's suffering a problem and we don't know where he is. Lap 23 is about to start. Axe's AI is so... I don't know what's going on. Check Plazable penalty. Plazable has none, I checked this once. And I remember Jesper tries to fight Houseman, but he... Oh, that was very close to a contact, but still he keeps... And so he's... Come on. He's keeping behind Houseman for the end on the 9th place. The Racing Point is defending very well. Jesper probably tried to make a move on the main straight. He's now going with the DRS on the overtake mode of ERS2. He has to be much faster now. Is it possible to overtake Houseman on the straight? No, he's way too far. Dux keeps Jern around half of a second behind, but also Dux is half faster than Bjorn. Also Jern gets another 3-second time penalty. I think it's outside the points even of this amount. As I remember, he's getting 12 seconds now. Dux for first place. Currently he's 6th, not 7th like the table show, because as you can see, access on his AI, and we don't know what's going on because he's at desync organization. There's 2 seconds behind, as you can see, he has the X letter. So he's just going his own race, and we don't know where. Maybe he's winning the race. Like, come on. That would be pretty interesting. Jesper once again having DRS, but still being far away from Houseman. No chance to overtake. But Houseman makes a mistake, makes an error. Somehow he still keeps being 8th, but Jesper will go for it. Yes, he makes the move down on the outside line, and he makes it for 8th. Lap 24 is now started by Plausible. Is slowly coming to the sector 2. Now we have okay, access for once again, but Jesper is now ahead of Houseman. That's still not ended because Houseman has DRS. Maybe this is an opportunity to overtake. No, he's way too far. Also, we have once again fighting Dux and Bjorn this time, and Dux makes the 5th place. What a race is it for him? But not say words now, and there's Bjorn spun! He's spun now by Dux, and he returns to the track. He has a wing damage, he has to pit, and he's probably outside of the points. I don't know who is at fault here, but we saw everything. This is going to be done by Newshead Stewart. Bjorn is very slow. He will surely let by Jesper and Houseman. There is no point to fight. There is point only to pit. He still keeps fighting, and he went just ahead of Jesper's nose. Fortunately, there was no contact. He was fighting to block as many people as possible. Reset to Brew. We are going to ban it from season 4. If it will be done, what I will say on the additional broadcast. Beyond is entering the pitch very soon for the soft tires. This has to be done. At the best case, he's going to be, I guess, 13 after leaving the pits. Okay, discounting access, he's going to be 12. Albers losing more than 4 seconds now to Plausible, so it's literally a highway to win. Jern once again cutting this corner. I think he'll get another penalty if he will keep doing it. And Rusev may have a chance for the points, unlike his teammate. And another spin made by Axe. Sharon crashes, but somehow gets no damage. So like, Axe's AI doesn't exist for anyone. We only see him. Axe spam once again. And Shirley once again will go to the lead. Bjorn gets away on the 12th place, so 11th. Lap 26 has started. Plausible just about to make it. Just to win his first race this season. So only for 4.2 seconds of a difference. Plausible has no penalties. I can even check this out now. Alvor has 2 warnings. Plausible has 2 warnings too. It's still like someone will get the penalty and it's over. Maybe if Plausible will get the penalty, he will still keep the win. But we don't know. We surely don't know. They are in sector 2 now. Javier is on the lap 26 final with a chance to get more points than only 9th place. Guide with his penalty for multiple warnings, but it doesn't change anything for him. Maybe he will go to lose it for the P14. Let's check out the battle for at the back, by the way. Guyet or Patrick for the P13, and Patrick is much faster on his soft tires. But Guyet makes the move inside line, but he gets out of the track and he will not lose on it because he's still ahead. They are going wheel to wheel for the 14th place in the 10-3. Patrick's tires are 10 laps old, so they are old too. But guys, Guyet has 21 laps year old medium tires, so I don't know which tires are older. Junkerstein tries to make a fastest lap on the new tires, and we have the last lap of the race, and it's Plausible still leading. It's very easy race for him. You might fight Houseman? No, because Houseman is on older mediums. This race, as you can see, 21 laps on medium tires. Look, it's about to do it. Who's just behind it? Haas of Junkerstein trying to make the fastest lap. And he makes an overtake as a ghost. Luke almost spun because of it. Luke is only wanting to finish the race. Plausible is about to win this Grand Prix. I know there's a problem with Axe. Bjorn makes the fastest lap on his soft tires. But I think Junkerstein will try to steal it at the last lap of the race. Patrick once again fighting Guyet. Also Bjorn gets ahead of Axis AI. Even though I think Housen might have a chance to overtake Ure, but here we are, 1 season after the first victory. Exactly 1 season. It's Plausible winning the Russian Grand Prix, and he's over 5 seconds ahead of Allenvor, who makes a spin at the end. Javier goes with the podium finally, as he goes 3rd place. They will have Luke on the 4th, as I guess he will not get more penalties. He makes it, he got only 1. Dukes is going for the 5th place. What a race for Javier, finally a podium. Dukes goes 5th. Jen will have a lot of time penalties. Yes, there we go. And Jasper has a chance to make even 6th place. What about it? Jasper doesn't make it. He loses half of a second, but Ure goes 6th. Axe finished 8th. But I need to check out his onboard. Also, Nuruzer makes a spin. Bjorn goes on the P12. So what a race it was. Bjorn goes with the P12, at least with the fastest lap. Unless Junkerstein has it. Fastest lap. Where's the fastest lap? It's for Bjorn. Junkerstein losing half of a second to it. So this is how the race, the Russian Grand Prix ends. It wasn't like season 1, it wasn't like a season 2. For all of the fans, says Javier. Incident in lap 1 was the main thing in this race. But now, we have finally an Italian on the podium. And it's Javier. After 3 weeks, 3 races of absence, he's back to the top. Or actually, on the 3rd place. Plausible is taking championship lead ahead of Baxter by 1 point. Allenvor also gained a lot of points here today, as he's overtaking Bjorn for the 3rd place. So let me check out the thing. Axe finishes 8th somehow, but I need his onboard because it was pretty weird to watch him ghosting or spinning or something else all the time, going very slowly. And finally Javier on the podium, already gaining a lot of places. Let us check out the end of the zone, end of the table. 4 drivers: DNF, Nizo, Max Ruffer and Gniewko. So yeah, only 5 seconds to show you more of the results. Show once again the top. And there we go. Plaza Ball winning the race. After exactly 1 season, because he won in Russia too. Island for its 5th second place in the season. But still he is 3rd, losing only 21 points to Plazen. Let's go start the press conference. I think it's time. First, I will invite only Plazen Ball and Javier, and like a minute later I will do it with Valenvor. Javier, join it. Javier invited. Okay, there we go. So many drivers in the lobby, by the way. Still some kind of Max cell. He's a reserve, but he joined too late. Finally!
Yeah! Forza Ferrari.
Yeah, Alvaro joins later, I think. He's fighting it out with
ERO.
Oh, what? This was
First
kinda...
win in ERO this season.
Yes. And
Boring
second.
race it was.
Yes, the race was quite boring.
Was it boring with Inyo?
Like there were some fights, but not like season 2, not like season 1.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to actually not the F3 race at all. So many things to discuss today, I think not, but there are still any questions, any comments about the race? Anyone you want to complain it on?
No.
Yeah, Maxro crash, like, saved my podium.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for him, I'm
Hello,
not
Alan.
cheering, but...
Lauze,
Hello.
het was, je had het met Jurre besproken hè, dat hij mij op ging houden hè?
Ja.
Oh, nou,
Ja, ik zei toch al dat het goed zo was. Jurre heeft je er niet afgeramd.
Nee, maar hij ging expres
Nee, dat heeft hij niet gedaan.
Hey, are you doing Australia once again?
Max Verstappen,
Oké,
joh.
prima, maar hij heeft je gewoon met defenden opgehouden. Maar meer weet ik niet. Dan moet je-
Are you doing Australia once again?
What?
Australia conference.
No, it's between Jurre.
No,
By Jurre.
Plausen overtook Jurre and it was quite easily for him, but they were in a party and they spoke to each other to hold me up.
Oh no.
So that was the thing.
Pretty interesting.
Go to the
It's
jail,
not
what
Plausen's, Jurre is only, if it's true, and we have proof, and he did it extremely, he got a pen, but I don't think he get a penalty for it. I'm not gonna report it even, so.
But
So-
yeah, we did it.
He said to me because of OTL we did it, but yeah, he Max.
No, that he hasn't said that to me.
Oh, he
Yeah.
said it to me, so.
Any question?
He said to me just like it was his own ID. He said like should I hold up Oliver a bit and let you pass easily?
It's racing, guys.
I wanted to dive bomb him, but I thought maybe he's gonna kill me or something. So
No,
after you were in a
he wouldn't do that. He said to me, I won't drive him off, but I can defend a little bit. That's what he said to me.
Yeah, you were quite fast.
Yeah, and
What the fuck. But Max jongen, die Franse, oh lekker.
yeah.
That's a nice one. He hit, he wanted to dive Niso because otherwise he loses the DRS. And then he dived him but pushed him off and then he lost the rear and Niso hit his tire on the front. That's why he's really retired. But Max, I think if Jura didn't hold me up, we had a good battle till the end. I think. But
You won't know it.
you were quite quick. Were you pushing or something?
No.
I was just careful to don't grab warnings. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
I had
was just
from lap
something
8 I
always.
had 2 warnings.
I had lap 1 and 2 all two. I had in lap 10 2 warnings or something.
You could get another warning
Max,
for me.
Max
just
came
present.
over the white line when they came into
Yeah,
the
indeed. I wanted to just react in the Discord and say, well, if OTL, if I get penalized,
you were like insane, extremely cut the pit lane. He
Yeah,
did
but
a
he
bit. He
also
did a
did.
bit. He did a bit.
Okay,
but
guys.
it is
But
penalizable.
he was before the bollard. He went in before the bollard, but over the white line. I don't know if that's.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Raikkonen also got a penalty for that in Baku.
I don't know if it's cooldown rule or the press conference. Come on, guys. This was pretty boring race, right?
Speed up.
Let Wojtinho talk.
Yes.
Oh nee, ik heb mijn clip niet meer. Ik heb mijn clip niet meer.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
god,
did.
once again Dutch. When I get the
Vergeten, Björn. Ik bedoel Max.
What?
Vergeten. Mijn
Ja,
clip
ik
is
niet.
van de race.
So what about this race? I think there is no comments. Congratulations to have you on the podium. How have you done it?
Forza Ferrari and yeah,
Have you used assist?
Fuck Ferrari.
Yeah, the tactic and nothing. I'm just ashamed for Luke that I think he got like
He
A
hit
wing
it
damage.
man.
yeah, and it was also quick, even with the wing damage. So cheers. I think we were the most points in this GP. I think.
15 plus 12 equals 27. Red Bull's getting 26. Yeah, it's alright. Okay.
1000, your championship lead
Okay.
by 1 point. You realize?
No.
Yeah, I also counted it already.
I counted it already. I am 20 points behind of Max. And you.
So a title battle between 5 drivers?
No, 3. Björn, I think Björn, no not Björn is, I think Luke is pretty out of it, I think.
Which position was Björn?
Björn didn't get points.
One
Yeah,
point for
he
fastest
drove the
lap.
fastest lap, so 1 point.
Yeah, some guy Dukes took
Then
him out.
P12.
But yeah, there are 6 races left, everything can happen, so, and Max qualifying is not that good, so, maybe
Yeah.
six-
Better let's say start, because he was like first, I guess, on the qualifying.
Yeah.
Or yeah, first, because he got a point for the pole position. Not because he's DNF, because he's DNF. But I guess it's going to be just a battle next week.
Does Björn get a point for fastest lap?
Yes,
Outside
he
the top
gets.
10?
No, he's outside the top
Is
10.
it, is, yeah, I don't know the
In
rules.
ERO, the rules are a bit different.
Oh, Coutinho, did
Wait,
you
are there
you
rules
say what you
in
bought
ERO?
or something? You did a stream, right?
Yeah.
So everything.
It's still on.
Okay.
Okay. So what I can say is that thank you for the race. Thank you for all the emotions today, even it wasn't too much. And what I can say is that smashing like, leaving the subscribe button, also saying goodbye on the chat. And I will guess I will run additional stream in the next 2 minutes. Goodbye.
Max,
Goodbye.
That's